do. Hello and welcome to the Robert Davenport Show. I'm your host, Robert Davenport. Like many of you viewers, I'm a registered voter, American citizen, spouse, and Southern California resident. Like all of you here in the 25th Congressional District of California, I am represented by Howard Buck McKeon. In January of this year, we inaugurated a new president of these United States of America, Barack Obama. The election was not close, and the vast majority of the American people who voted spoke clearly. The failed, corrupted policies of the Republican regime of the previous 8 years was soundly rejected by American voters from coast to coast. After this resounding defeat, did the Republicans who were re-elected to Congress take stock of their shortcomings and resolve to better serve the American people? Our representatives certainly did not. Buck McKeon has chosen instead to become an obstructionist. He is going to vote against anything the president promotes.
About how they're going to have you at 65 go in and have a planning session with a health care consultant on how you're going to die.
Some of people's concerns have grown out of bogus claims spread by those whose only agenda is to kill reform at any cost. The best example is the claim, made not just by radio and cable talk show hosts, but by prominent politicians, that we plan to set up panels of bureaucrats with the power to kill off senior citizens. Now, such a charge would be laughable if it weren't so cynical and irresponsible. It is a lie, plain and simple.
Have a government-run health care plan is something I think is just anathema to what we think we should have as Americans. Ultimately, the ultimate goal is so that they can have the government making decisions on rationing health care to individuals.
Now, my health care proposal has also been attacked by some who oppose reform as a government takeover of the entire health care system. Now, as proof, critics point to a provision in our plan that allows the uninsured and small businesses to choose a publicly sponsored insurance option, administered by the government, just like Medicaid or Medicare. So let me set the record straight here. My guiding principle is, and always has been, that consumers do better when there's choice and competition. That's how the market works. Unfortunately, in 34 states, 75% of the insurance market is controlled by 5 or fewer companies. In Alabama, almost 90% is controlled by just one company. And without competition, the price of insurance goes up and quality goes down. And it makes it easier for insurance companies to treat their customers badly by cherry-picking the healthiest individuals and trying to drop the sickest, by overcharging small businesses who have no leverage, and by jacking up rates. Insurance executives don't do this because they're bad people. They do it because it's profitable. As one former insurance executive testified before Congress, insurance companies are not only encouraged to find reasons to drop the seriously ill, they are rewarded for it. All of this is in service of meeting what this former executive called Wall Street's relentless profit expectations. Now, I have no interest in putting insurance companies out of business. They provide a legitimate service and employ a lot of our friends and neighbors. I just want to hold them accountable.
Buck sounds like a Tea Party deather. President Obama has made it clear we have to call out the elected officials who should know better than to try to distort facts just to try to scare people. Buck McKeon is not stupid. He knows no one is trying to set up death panels. Whose interests do his distortions serve? People who need health insurance? People who need to be able to afford to buy health insurance for their families? No, none of them. Just the insurance lobby. Shame on you, Buck McKeon.